makes a movie truly sexy enough to be included in our guide of the sexiest movies ever? Variety is our spice. For some movies, it's about the animal chemistry between its stars, or the building passion of its characters. With others, the turn-on is the illicit thrill of being bad, or the purity of self-awakening and discovery.
Yeehaw! There you go. Woo! I'm spurring his guts out, waving to the girls in the stands. He's kicking me to high heaven, but he don't dashboard me no.
Sometimes it's about the mood a movie evokes, intoxicating and overwhelming. And yeah, sometimes it's about the sex scenes. Whatever your definition though, we are counting down the best sexy movies, all ranked by Tomatometer. Number 10, Boogie Nights. In the San Fernando Valley in 1977, teenage busboy Eddie Adams gets discovered by porn director Jack Horner, who transforms him into adult film sensation Dirk Diggler. Brought into a supportive circle of friends, including fellow actors Amber Waves, Roller Girl, and Reed Rothschild, Dirk fulfills all his ambitions, but a toxic combination of drugs and egotism threatens to take him back down. Starring Mark Wahlberg, Burt Reynolds, Julianne Moore, and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Critics say, grounded in strong characters, bold themes, and subtle storytelling, Boogie Nights is a groundbreaking film both for director P.T. Anderson and star Mark Wahlberg.
You sure you don't want a Fresca?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're out of limes, Jack.
Well, check in the kitchen, darling.
I'm going to bed. Good night, Jackie. Don't stay up too late.
Good night, Beauty.
Good night, Eddie.
Night.
Glad you came by. You're great.
Thank you.
She's the best. She's a wonderful mother, you know. She's a mother to all those who need love.
She's really nice.
You know what I'm thinking? I want to be in business with you, Ed.
Really?
What do you think?
I'd love it.
What do you think of Roller Girl?
She's great.
Yeah. Would you like to do it?
Have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'd love to. She's really foxy.
All right, but your ass is.
You're officially out of limes, Jack.
Well, I'll pick up some for you tomorrow, son.
Number 9, Carol. Therese Belovitz spots the beautiful, elegant Carol perusing the doll displays in a 1950s Manhattan department store. The two women develop a fast bond that becomes a love with complicated consequences. Starring Cate Blanchett, Rooney Mara, Sarah Paulson, and directed by Todd Haynes. Critics say, shaped by Todd Haynes' deft direction and powered by a strong cast led by Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, Carol lives up to its groundbreaking source material.
Played it for you on piano at your house.
I remember. Thank you. Oh, God, don't. I look a fright.
You do not. You look wonderful. Just stay like that.
Do you miss Richard?
No, I haven't thought about him all day.
Number 8, Weekend. A gay man's weekend-long encounter with an artist changes his life in unexpected ways. Starring Tom Cullen, Chris New, Jonathan Race, and directed by Andrew Hay. Critics say it may be a chamber piece, but Weekend's revelations on modern sexuality expand far beyond the modest setting.
What are you writing?
Nothing.
Like this mug, for example. This is probably owned by some lovely little old lady with a moustache. And she bought it, and it was her favourite thing in the whole wide world. And then she died, gave it to her grandchildren. They hated it, sold it, and then bought an Xbox or a Wii or some flat pack wardrobe from IKEA. And now I've got it. And I like that.
It's a very costly mug.
What do you mean?
To be able to buy a Wii.
I don't even know how much those things are. Do you want milk, sugar?
Yeah, one of those.
Okay. Just got to wait for the kettle to boil. You hungry?
No.
I've got some nice pita breads.
I'm fine.
Well, I'm starving, so I'm going to have to eat.
Number 7, The Handmaiden. With help from an orphan pickpocket, a Korean con man devises an elaborate plan to seduce and bilk a Japanese woman out of her inheritance. Starring Kim Min-hee, Kim Tae-ri, Ha Jung-woo, and directed by Park Chan-wook. Critics say The Handmaiden uses a Victorian crime novel as the loose inspiration for another visually sumptuous and absorbingly idiosyncratic outing from director Park Chan-wook.
백장님이 자꾸 포도주를 권하는 바람에. 할만해?
갑갑해요. 아가씨들은 어떻게 이러고 살아요?
이게 갑갑하다고?
아가씨, 저 죽어!
이렇게 해놓으니까 너도 아가씨 같다, 그치? 백장님 말씀 무슨 소린지 알 것 같아. 네 얼굴 자려고 누우면 꼭 생각나더라 난. 참 아가씨도 참 아가씨는 하녀의 인형이구나. 이 많은 단추들은 다 나 좋으라고 달렸지. 단추 풀고 끈을 당기면 그러면 그 안에도 달콤한 것, 달콤하고 부드러운 것. 내가 여태 소매치기였으면 한 번은 손을 넣어서 만져봤을 텐데.
Number 6, Sex Lies and Videotape. Anne is trapped in a sexually and emotionally unfulfilled relationship with her husband, John, a successful but unpleasant lawyer who's sleeping with her sister, Cynthia. The underlying tensions in the couple's marriage rise to the surface when Graham, a friend of John's from college who's been drifting for 9 years, returns to town and videotapes Cynthia and Anne as they talk about their sexual desires. Starring James Spader, Andie MacDowell, Peter Gallagher, and directed by Steven Soderbergh. Critics say, in his feature directorial debut, Steven Soderbergh's Sex, Lies, and Videotape demonstrates a mastery of his craft, well beyond his years, pulling together an outstanding cast and an intelligent script for a nuanced, mature film about neurosis and human sexuality.
So where's he from?
I don't know. Yeah, used to live in New York and Philadelphia. I think he just kind of travels around.
Must be nice. So what's he like? Does he like John?
No, I don't think John likes him anymore. Says he thinks he's gotten kind of strange.
Is he? Strange, I mean?
No. I mean, if I saw him on the street, I might think so. After meeting and talking to him, I'd just say he's kind of unusual.
Mm-hmm. So what's he look like?
Why?
I just want to know what he looks like, is all.
Why? So you can go after him?
Jesus, Ann, get a life. I just asked what he looked like. Besides, even if I decide to f his brains out, what business is that of yours?
Why do you have to say that?
Say what?
You know what? You say it just to irritate me.
I say it because it's descriptive.
Well, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person who'll go in for that kind of thing anyway.
And you always underestimate me.
I wonder why.
Number 5, My Beautiful Laundrette. In a seedy corner of London, Omar, a young Pakistani, is given a rundown laundromat by his uncle, who hopes to turn it into a successful business. Soon after, Omar is attacked by a group of racist punks, but diffuses the situation when he realizes that their leader is his former lover, Johnny. The men resume their relationship and rehabilitate the laundromat together, but various social forces threaten to compromise their success. Starring Daniel Day-Lewis, Gordon Warnecki, Saeed Jaffrey, and directed by Stephen Frears. Critics say My Beautiful Laundrette is fast and all over the place because it has so much to say and show, including a highly watchable, fresh-faced Daniel Day-Lewis.
Why don't people like laundrettes? Because they're like toilets. This could be a Ritz among laundrettes.
A laundrette as big as the Ritz. Oh, yes.
Why are you working for these people? It's work, that's why. I want to do some work for a change instead of all this hanging around. What, you're jealous?
No, I'm angry, Johnny. I don't like to see one of our blokes grovelling to Look, they came over here to work for us. That's why we brought them over, OK?
Number 4, Body Heat. Shyster lawyer Ned Racine begins a passionate affair with Maddie Walker, wife of a wealthy Florida businessman. With the help of one of his criminal clients, bomb maker Teddy Lewis, Ned hatches a scheme to kill Maddie's husband so that they can run away together with his money. But complications build upon double crosses, launching the hapless lawyer into a situation far more treacherous than he imagined. Starring William Hurt, Kathleen Turner, Mickey Rourke, and directed by Lawrence Kasdan. Critics say, made from classic noir ingredients and flavored with a heaping helping of steamy modern spice, Body Heat more than lives up to its evocative title.
You can stand there with me if you want, but you'll have to agree not to talk about the heat.
I'm a married woman,
Meaning what?
meaning I'm not looking for company.
And you should have said I'm a happily married woman.
That's my business.
What?
How happy I am.
And how happy is that?
You're not too smart, are you? I like that in a man.
What else do you like? Lazy, ugly, horny? I got them all.
You don't look lazy. Tell me, does chat like this work with most women?
Some, if they haven't been around much.
I wondered. Thought maybe I was out of touch.
I might buy you a drink.
I told you, I've got a husband.
I'll buy him one, too.
He's out of town.
My favorite kind. We'll drink to him.
Only comes up on weekends.
I'm liking him better all the time.
Number 3, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. In 1770, the young daughter of a French countess develops a mutual attraction to the female artist who's commissioned to paint her wedding portrait. Starring Noemi Merlan, Adele Hanel, Luana Bajrami, and directed by Celine Sciamma. Critics say, a singularly rich period piece, Portrait of a Lady on Fire finds stirring, thought-provoking drama within a powerfully acted romance.
Arrêtez. Quoi? Ce que vous faites. Soyez sérieuse. Ne bougez plus.
Number 2, Moonlight. A look at 3 defining chapters in the life of Chiron, a young black man growing up in Miami. His epic journey to manhood is guided by the kindness, support, and love of the community that helps raise him. Starring Mahershala Ali, Alex R. Hibbert, Janelle Monáe, and directed by Barry Jenkins. Critics say, Moonlight uses one man's story to offer a remarkable and brilliantly crafted look at lives too rarely seen in cinema.
Huh? What happened, Chiron? Why you didn't come home like you're supposed to? Huh? And who is you?
Nobody. I found him yesterday. Found him in a hole on 15. Yeah, that one. Some boys chased him in the cut. He scared more than anything. He wouldn't tell me where he lived till this morning.
Well, thanks for seeing to him. He usually can take care of himself. He good that way, but...
Little man.
And before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Titanic. James Cameron's Titanic is an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line, and at the time, the largest moving object ever built. She was the most luxurious liner of her era, the ship of dreams, which ultimately carried over 1,500 people to their death in the ice-cold waters of the North Atlantic in the early hours of April 15, 1912. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, Kathy Bates, and directed by James Cameron. Critics say, Titanic is a mostly unqualified triumph for James Cameron, who offers a dizzying blend of spectacular visuals and old-fashioned melodrama.
Come on. Come on, give me your hand. You don't want to do this. Jack Dawson.
What else do we pick here?
I have to get you to write that one down. Come on. I got you. Come on. Come on. Listen to me. I've got you. I won't let go. Now pull yourself up. Come on. Come on. That's right. You can do it. I got you.
Bound. Sparks fly when Violet sets eyes on Corky in an elevator. Violet is a girlfriend of a violent gangster Caesar, while Corky is fresh out of prison and doing renovations on the apartment next door. As the two women launch into a passionate love affair, they assemble an intricate plan for Violet to escape from Caesar with $2 million of the mob's money, but the important part is to make it out alive. Starring Jennifer Tilly, Gina Gershon, Joe Pantoliano, and directed by Lily and Lana Wachowski. Critics say, Bound's more titillating elements attracted attention, but it's the stylish direction, solid performances, and entertaining neo-noir caper plot that make it worth a watch.
Beautiful Labrys. Are you surprised I know what it is?
Maybe.
I have a tattoo. Would you like to see it? A woman in upstate New York did it for me. Do you like it? Took her all day to do it. She promised it wouldn't hurt, but it was sore for a long time after.
Brokeback Mountain. In 1963, rodeo cowboy Jack Twist and ranch hand Enos Delmar are hired by rancher Joe Aguirre as sheep herders in Wyoming. One night on Brokeback Mountain, Jack makes a drunken pass at Enos that is eventually reciprocated. Though Enos marries his longtime sweetheart Alma and Jack marries a fellow rodeo rider, the two men keep up their tortured and sporadic affair over the course of 20 years. Starring Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal, Linda Cardellini, and directed by Ang Lee. Critics say a beautiful, epic Western, Brokeback Mountain's love story is imbued with heartbreaking universality thanks to moving performances by Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal.
You are too much for me, ass. You son of a horse and I wish I knew how to quit you.
Then why don't you just let me be, huh? Because of you, Jack, that I'm like this. Nothing. I'm nowhere. Oh. Get the f*** off me!
It's all right. You, Candace.
And finally, number 1, Gloria. An aging divorcee embarks on an intense affair with a man she picked up at a disco. Starring Paulina Garcia, Sergio Hernandez, Diego Fontecilla, and directed by Sebastián Lelio. Critics say marvelously directed by Sebastián Lelio and beautifully led by a powerful performance from Paulina Garcia, Gloria takes an honest, sweetly poignant look at a type of character that is all too often neglected in Hollywood.
Viajemos. Vámonos al sur, 10 días, los dos solos. Vámonos al Caribe mejor. Vámonos a Cuba. ¿Tuviste en Cuba alguna vez? No. Vámonos a Cuba los dos, 10 días. Dejo la pega, dejáis la pega. No. Nos vamos, los dos. ¿Te gusta bailar? A mí también. Vamos a bailar a Cuba.
Córtalo nomás.
Well, friends, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of the entertainment content you love. And until next time, I am your host, Naz Perez, and we'll see you back here for more Top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.